Good day, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. It's time for another Tuesday Workshop skin checks. We have seen all of the newest Rust skin submissions appear onto the workshop over the past weekend and, of course, Monday. And if you don't fully understand what we're doing, basically, we're going to take a look at all of these new skins that have been submitted and we're going to make decisions as to whether, is this a continuation of a collection? Should I invest into that collection because I feel like that skin very likely has a decent chance of being accepted? We're keeping an eye out for potential profits. Now, if you aren't fully aware, I base my followed authors list on TGG's top picks. So every single week, TGG produces a brand new list, curated list of skins. And in fact, you know what? We have a brand new one right here. We have March 2023, week 2. So all of these skins, we saw them last week. We saw them just as they appeared. So they have been curated. He's done copyright checks, you name it. And this list will now be put towards Facepunch, the developers of Rust, of course, and they are very likely going to be picking all of their skins out of this list. Maybe they'll pick some early picks. Maybe they'll pick some skins from the past, as in a previous list, maybe a late pick. There's a whole lot of terminology there, which I'll enlighten you upon in a second. But basically, as you can see here, there's a whole bunch of skin creators that have managed to reach this level, and this is where I base my followed authors list, which you can see right here. So everyone that is in my list right here, all of these skins were made by people that have reached a top picks list before. I deem them of the quality in which we would assume that all of their skins would likely potentially be accepted. I'm not going to look through every single newest submission because, well, I'm sure you've seen the very copyright naughty bad things on there. You get the idea. So we only want to keep an eye out for skins that actually have a decent chance of being accepted, and of course we mainly want to keep an eye out for skin continuations of collections. So if you want to set up your own followed authors list, I actually have a video for that, and I always link it in the description. So all the useful links will be in the description. And here it is. So this is Start Following Rust Skin Creators on the Steam Workshop. This will help you get started. It will help you understand what you need to do for every single week with a new top picks list that German guy produces, TGG. So every new week we will get a new list and you'll have to quickly go through it all and see if there's someone new that we need to follow. And from what I can see here, I don't think so. I think we're good. Yeah, I'm good. I believe I'm good. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So wait, hang on a minute. Yeah. Got to make sure, haven't you? So yeah, we do this every single week, and we're always keeping an eye out for who likely potentially might be getting the skin accepted. So yeah, you get the idea. Awesome. So what I should also point out is the video explaining the 3-week time frame. So this is just a hypothesis, thanks to my friend Micro, who kind of enlightened me about what likely is the usual routine. We expect a skin submission to have at least 3 weeks of potentially being accepted, and then after that it's likely not going to be accepted ever. Sometimes we do get extra late picks, but yeah, this is a nice little video which is also going to be linked in the description, and it should potentially be helpful for you if you want to get a good idea of how likely a skin or how long a skin likely will have in potentially being accepted. So yeah, you get the idea. Awesome. And with that, we can now take a quick look at TGG's newest list. So that German guy has produced a new list of skins that we can see here. Very nice. Lots of interesting skins. We did take a look at all of this last week because, of course, they all appeared last week. This is the usual for typical picks, aka the usual typical picks that Mr. TGG produces, and well, this list will then, of course, as I said, be put towards Facepunch, and we're very likely potentially going to see the skins being picked out from here. And that has been the trend recently. All of the picks over the past few weeks in the Rust Store rotations have been typical picks. Literally only the skins that were in that German guy's list. So you really should be keeping an eye out on this, and of course his videos as well. So get a good look at all of those skins in game, and I'm sure you'll get a good idea of what potentially might be good, what potentially might get picked. You get the idea. Now, there's one more thing that I wanted to point out, and we've never done this before. We actually have data to work with. So all of those skins that you see in that German guy's video, and of course in his list, well, we have a good insight in regards to how many votes those skins have, quantity favorites, downvotes. We have a good sense of their score. Now, score is like an amalgamation of views, favorites, upvotes, downvotes, you get the idea. So Bulletproof Glassdoor is the best scored skin so far over these past 2 or so weeks, I guess you could say. So out of that TGG list, get a good look at that. That is the top 30 skins, I believe. So let's just do the quick top 10. Bulletproof glass door, day and night armor door, dungeon armor double door, toxic wolf sheet metal door, infinity armor large box, mosaic sulfur box, Narcos AK-47 gold, AK-47 gamma, Narcos AK-47 dark, and pineapple pizza target. So yeah, that's your top 10, and of course you can see all of the other ones, but to spare my breath, I'm just going to put that aside for now. So that's a nice, interesting little thing there. Now we have another list to show off to you, but we'll save that for the end. All right, we'll save it for the end because, well, you don't know what's new, do you? And here we are. We're going to start showing off my list. This is all of the skins that, of course, have all of the skin creators that have managed to be in a top picks before, right? You get the idea. We are looking at all of their skins that they've submitted over the past weekend. And the beautiful thing is, this is a collection list that I can link in the description as well. So yes, you too can go to the description right now. You'll see the link right there. You can click it. You could go through all of these skins yourself and you can vote for them. You can offer a comment or two. You know, a nice little message to say, hey, yeah, this is a cool looking skin. I like this. Or maybe you think they could tweak it a bit. Maybe they could make a change that potentially could make it better. You have a useful opinion. Feel free to just offer a message. Just be polite. Everything's good. They welcome it, the skin creators, and yeah, you get the idea. So, shall we begin? Shall we start off with the deployables? First of all, let's just take a real big deep breath. Oh, I talked for so long there, didn't I? Right, so let's get started. We have a fridge made by Neville. Very interesting. So, I'm going to use scmm.app just to give us a nice little insight for certain things. Now, one thing I do want to bring up is fridges. We did recently have the charity fridge. What was it? Trust and Rust fridge. It was cool, but it wasn't marketable. This was, you buy it, it's tied to your account forever. So, yeah. We have not seen a marketable fridge in wow, almost 2.5 years now? Yeah, 2.5 years. It's been a long time. So, if that were to be accepted, would it be a good investment? Potentially, yeah. I would deem so, yeah, 100%. In fact, if we go by highest price, yeah. I don't see any of them in the negative. It's something where, because we have so little of it in terms of marketable ones, a new one probably would be instantly maybe a great investment, maybe. Well, remember, when this came out at a fairly high price, almost 40,000 sales. So keep that in mind. There might be oversaturation. Just a cool little thing to bring up. So let's now move on to rugs. We, of course, had the heart rug for Valentine's Day, and that sold a lot, over 40,000 sales. Not doing the best at the moment, but there was one thing I kept bringing up. We only really ever see 2 rug skins on average being accepted every year. We've already had one. Would it be a bit too early to see a new one? I don't know, but we got the Dance Machine rug made by Slavny. In fact, let's zoom in a bit more. That's what we should do. So, yep, we got the Dance Machine rug. I will just take a real quick look at this one because it's pretty silly. If you've ever had the old dance mat for what's it called? I'm not sure if they still have the mats themselves, but I remember with the PS2 that you'd get the plug-in mat and then you could dance in it and play like Dance Dance Revolution. My sister's played it. All right, okay. All right, just understand that. Okay, it's all good. Right, so then we actually have a continuation. Smouldering deployables have returned. Mr. WAG, get a load of this. He's decided to make a smouldering rug. So we've had a few doors and whatnot accepted before. Here we go. Yep, the Smouldering Collection, we saw a few of them accepted last year in 2022, and then of course we saw many instances where he tried to get more accepted. Unfortunately, hasn't been successful, but hey, maybe a rug skin. It might keep your toes nice and warm, but maybe a little bit too warm. You get the idea. Fun little idea. If you like it, gentlemen, if you like any of these skins that we talk about, please consider voting for them. Please consider going to the page itself and offering a comment or two. Let's proceed. We have some interesting looking sleeping bags right here. We've got a creeper sleeping bag. SMKSS, it's not Halloween. Well, you know, you can still have creepy skins made during the year. It's alright. It's a type of theme. It's fun. Well, if you want to cobweb covered sleeping bag. Maybe you want to go ahead and vote for that. We've got the survivalist sleeping bag. I should bring this up. Delta, you used to be quite the prominent skin creator before, didn't you? You've just made a recent return, so nice to see you back, buddy. Took a bit of a break, but he's returned, so nice to see you. And nice, interesting little skin that we got there. And then Mr. Zinc right here has a continuation of his Fireflies collection. So let's just go take a quick look at that. So you might not remember, but the Fireflies collection had the double wooden door, the sheet metal door, but that seems to be it. So could we see more? And because we've only had deployables before, right? I should have mentioned this with the smouldering rug, but we can talk for both of this. We have seen instances recently where deployable collections have improved, or rather, we've seen spikes in interest and price when a new deployable skin was accepted with deployable collections. So the very best example would be the Constellations collection with the Constellations garage door. When this was accepted back in the middle of January, the other two Constellation skins spiked up. So remember, 12th of January, let's just go take a real quick look at these two. And let's see that spike in demand and spike in price. Wha-bam, do you see that? It was already doing good because it was post-Christmas, but it spiked upwards when we saw a new deployable being accepted to that collection. So it went from around here, went up by 50%. Now you might sit there and say, only 50%? I'll sit there and say, yeah, it's great profit. And then Constellations Armour door here. Same thing, 12th of January. Same thing right there. There you go. It doubled in price. Very, very nice. So yeah, just a nice thing to keep in mind. When you only have deployables in a collection, it still does a nice job if a new deployable is accepted. Mr. Kvency has been trying to get more accepted. He's been submitting a whole lot more of them. He seems to do it every now and then because there was a period of time we submitted loads of them. They weren't accepted. So now, fairly recently, he submitted this, but now he seems to be taking his time with this collection now, so it's all good. You could also say the same thing with the likes of the Dungeon collection. We did see a few instances of spikes in price and demand when we had a new deployable skin accepted, but overall they haven't really held up their price. So yeah, just because we see a spike in demand and price for a short time doesn't necessarily mean it's going to hold afterwards. So a Firefly sleeping bag, will that make a difference with the double wooden door and the sheet metal door? Well, we shall see. Will it get accepted? We shall see. Now on to furnace skins. Hello, hello. We got an interesting batch of furnace skins here, don't we? So we got the onion furnace. It's just a little goofy face. In fact, go on, let's just give it a real quick look. Then we got the street art furnace. So Court, I started following you last week because you made it to a top picks last week, and maybe I'll just give that a real quick look. What's with faces? You know, we've got another face. And then you've got the very scary looking continuation of the Abyss collection. Little Ranger. Get a load of that. Oh. So if you liked the Abyss garage door that was accepted this week, do you like the sights of the scary looking alien Abyss furnace? Will that potentially cause the garage door to go up in price? Well, I'll be honest with you, based on the amount of sales that we've had with that garage door so far, I think that's going to struggle by itself regardless. First of all, I will point out, it's a very cool looking garage door, very cool looking designs for the collection as a whole, because the furnace and the garage door weren't actually the first two skins to be made for this proposed collection, and I think I can just quickly show you this. There was actually a sheet metal door that started it off, and you can see it right there. There was originally the sheet metal door, but that came out like a month and a half ago. This wasn't accepted, but the garage door was accepted, so maybe we'll see a version 2 of that at some point in the future. And here's a little fact for you. A skin creator has to wait at least a month before they can make a version 2 of their of a skin that wasn't successful in being accepted. So that's a nice, interesting tidbit to pass on to you. I'm not sure if that's 100% a rule, but it seems to be a trend that we notice. So yeah, will that potentially cause the garage door to go up in price if it were to be accepted? Well, first of all, it needs to be accepted. So if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Awesome. Now we're on to small boxes. Toolbox made by Giba. Very cool. It literally looks like the toolbox that you see in games, so he did a cool job with that. But now we have the continuation of the Eco Collection. We have both a regular and, well, non-glow and glow version. I should have said that. Non-glow and, yeah, so eco-friendly, not toxic, but this does glow. So how have they made it glow with it not being toxic? So yeah, we recently saw the likes of the Eco AK-47 being accepted. Very nice, very good for Upor, his first ever skin to be accepted. Now, recently he has submitted with the likes of the Tier 2 armor and Tier 3 armor. Haven't seen an acceptance out of them just yet. We'll see what happens from there, but it's a nice little box. Let's see what happens. Cool. Will that potentially help the AK-47 get out of the hole it's in? Well, unfortunately, it's an AK-47, and we know how that usually plays out in terms of investments. When was it accepted? Oh, no. It was the last week of February. That's it. No. Yeah, no. January. That's it. Last week of January. Yep. Because there's a trend. With the last week of a month, you see some wacky skins being accepted and a new skin creator getting their first ever skin being accepted, and that was Upor. And unfortunately, yeah, that's already down by $1. That is usually the state with AK-47s because we have far too many AK-47 skins that exist. Yeah, I mean, it depends. But yeah, like all the newest AK-47s, down, because we're very likely going to see another AK-47 skin being accepted maybe next week or the week after, at the very least. Last year, in 2022, we had 27 accepted. So on average, you would expect an AK-47 to be accepted every 2 weeks, on average. So, cool. Yeah. So I don't think this being accepted would really have that much of an impact in helping out the AK. Now we're on to large boxes, and this week I'm going to go through all of the storage collection attempts first. So, Paint Drip Boom Storage, made by Darky Wa. Then we got Hawaiian Meds, made by Keke, Non-Glow and Glow. Outline Box Ammo, Glows, yep, made by Kaiba. Sadist, made... Oh, have you changed your name? Sad Happy? Well, I swear you were Sad Happy. Wait. I'm a bit confused now. Okay, I believe he's changed his name. They tend to do that. So yeah, Mosaic Guns. This is probably the leading one in terms of my personal opinion because each Mosaic design is different for each individual box. So there's a sense of individual creativity for each box that he's made so far. Scrap, Med, Sulfur Guns, you can see it all there. Cool. But now we got the other skins that have been produced, so skins that are independent in design. They're not trying to be a new storage collection, rather they're trying to be, separate individual skins. You get the idea. So, we have a large wood noise box, Noisolation. So Sean Mick's been trying to get some. I'll show it. I don't want to say it's a continuation of a... Oh, no. Go on then, we'll go through the workshop. He's been submitting a noise isolation skin every now and then. Didn't he try and submit one just before the yet? So we had Rug, and then we had Garage Door, and now we've got Large Wood Box. So the reason I just wanted to bring up is we have seen a few instances where he's been trying to get this accepted, or at least one skin accepted. Hasn't worked yet, but maybe this one? Maybe. We've been seeing a couple large box skins being accepted recently. Well, maybe that could be the one. We shall see. I will talk more about that in a bit because there's something I want to talk about in regards to large box skins that are being accepted at the moment. S314 Noser with the Art Deco Glow large wood box. Very nice, very cool. Castle box made by Anafen. They've got Surveillance box made by Mr. Verona. Pepper Carl with the Warm large box, which has a glow and a non-glow version. And now we have... Oh no, this is a small box. Oh, well. Unfortunately, I've put that in the wrong spot. But hey, it's next to all of the storages. You know what, in fact... I can go through the list afterwards and put that in the right spot, so don't worry. But yep, barbecue storage box. Let's just take a real quick look at you. This is actually a small box, my apologies. But yep, Zalodno recently had their large box accepted. Very nice. Very cool design. And will we potentially see, if that were to be accepted, would it cause the large box to increase in price? So if we just go back over to here, we recently saw the large box being accepted. It was last week, that was it, yep. And right now it's down 3%. Would a new deployable skin help it out? Well, as I said earlier, with the likes of Constellations and with the likes of, we have seen it with Dungeon Collection. It hasn't really held up with Dungeon Collection, but It could go either way. It could be like Constellations, where the already existing skins will benefit greatly, or it could end up with Dungeon Collection, where there will be a spike in demand and interest, but it doesn't hold, and the prices will kind of suffer. So, yeah, there's no guarantees with these things, but usually, regardless, you will see a spike in interest and a spike in price if it were to be accepted. So on the day, it will go up in price, but will it hold afterwards? It's debatable. Then we got Antique Black. And this is actually a skin continuation as well. You might not remember, but I believe it was at some point last year we did have the Antique Black Furnace, but made by Mr. Multi-R-Hat, Mr. Multi-Name. He keeps changing his name all the time. But anyway, we had this accepted, was it last year? Yep, June, the 20th of June 2022. So could that potentially increase if we do see the likes of the large box being accepted? Well, it's a fairly decent chance it would. We've been talking about that. Deployable collections. So, yep. And then, lastly, with the large boxes, we have Control Panel Box. If you can remember, not too long ago, we did have the acceptance of a very cool-looking locker skin. And that sold for $3.49, that being the Control Panel locker. Just want to point that out. Not holding up its value, unfortunately. Higher price skins tend to have a harder time holding their value, so that's just a little thing that you need to keep in mind. So yeah, I mean, look at that one. Oh. So point I'm trying to make is, if this were to be accepted, it very likely could help out the locker. If we keep seeing more control panel skins being submitted and accepted, we could see, much like what we saw with the Constellations collection, things would work out very nicely. So that was all of the large box skins, excluding that one. But here's the point I want to make. This week, we had a Twig large box. Look at that, it was accepted. Cool. In the previous week, as I have already mentioned, we had the barbecue large box. Now, in terms of submissions, in terms of large storage collection submissions, how many, and let me tell you, over these past few weeks, I've seen plenty of attempts and designs being submitted. How many of those storage collections were accepted over the past month? 0. Right? It doesn't look like Facepunch wants a storage collection at the moment, and you can quite clearly get the message over the fact that these past 2 weeks, even though there was lots of storage collections being submitted and put toward Facepunch, they opted to pick other large box skins instead. That surely is a clear enough message that they aren't looking for large storage box collections at the moment. Just wanted to point that out, alright? So if you haven't succeeded so far, it's probably safe to say, right, maybe we should give that a rest for a while. So, just saying that. Now let's go take a look at wooden doors. We have the Hunter wooden door made by Alloy. We've got the Newbies wooden door made by Evgen Brow. We've got Balcony wooden door made by Kosem. We have the Freshly Painted wooden door. And then we have Chipboard door. Now this is made by... Have you put towards 2 skins this week? I don't think you're allowed to do that. Well, now on to sheet metal doors. We have Disco Ball sheet metal door made by a Frog. Looks very sparkly. In fact, you know what? Couldn't hurt to just take a real quick look. Ooh, and it glows. Interesting. So, fun little design there. Then we got the likes of the Zodiac door here, Taurus. So, if you can remember, last week we saw Aries. Now we have Taurus. Aries wasn't accepted so far, I guess. Actually, I think it's in TGG's top picks this week, so... No. We're actually going a bit far back. I can't remember. Maybe you can go through his list and quickly find out. But, yep, you get the idea. Aries hasn't been accepted so far. If Aries is never accepted, would you ever even want to have the rest of the collection accepted? Do you get what I mean? Like, what if they skip 2, but then Facepunch decided to pick the 3rd one? Well, then you can't have a complete Zodiac. Jessen would have to make a version 2 of them, wouldn't he? But I do hope he starts to be a bit... what am I trying to say? I hope he diversifies the deplorables that he produces. So, of course, at some point you're going to have Gemini. That's got to be a double door, surely. So, maybe diversify it a bit, Jessen. Let's see what that could turn into. The Zodiac collection does sound like a fun idea, but diversify it. Let's not make it so every single one's a sheet metal door. That's just my opinion. My opinion. Okay, so Incognito metal door made by KVA. and it glows. We've got 2 versions. Remember, skin creators are allowed to produce a skin, and they're allowed to have the same skin. They're allowed to have a second one that's the same skin, but with a slight variation. Of course, glow in the dark is a nice, perfectly fine second submission. They're allowed to have that as a alt/variation. So, yeah, you get the idea. Then we have the supermarket door, made by Stepan. And now we're on to garage doors. Shelter garage door, made by Ya. And that's it. Well, okay, you're the only person that made a shelter garage door, or that is a person that has made it to a top picks before, so yep, just passing that on. Right, now we are on to a Watcher armored door made by Anubis Dunk. And then we have the return of the Noir collection. And I can't remember, I know you made, so yeah, let's just go give this a real quick look. Sod Sender, you did make another sheet metal, was there a sheet metal door before? So let me just kind of give you a nice heads up. We've had the likes of Noir Python, Noir AK-47, and we had loads of other submissions. Oh, it was a sheet metal door. Okay, right. So I remembered the design. But yeah, now he's moved on to making an armored door. So yeah, he has not had that many acceptances. He's had some acceptances, but yeah, now he's trying to see if he can make a nice return with it. If the armored door were to be accepted, would the likes of the Python and the AK go up in price? I don't think it would have that much of an impact. But it's a cool looking design. I really like the, what was it? Was it the burlap shirt and pants and whatnot? In fact, Control-Shift-T, go back over to here. I remember this. This actually looked really cool. It wasn't accepted, but yeah, you know, it's a bit unfortunate. But yep. That's that. Then we have a continuation of the, oh, that should have been over there. Oh, well, I will have to go back through this and, you know, clean it up. Yeah, today's been a bit awkward, unfortunately. I had no power. I had no power for like a few hours. Ooh. But anyway, sheet metal door. Yep, Freddy has continued his resources collection, so we've had the likes of the twig door, the log door, and recently we had the stone door. Well, now, gentlemen, we have the sheet metal door sheet metal door. Get a good look at that. Very cool. So he doesn't actually have this listed as a collection, but yeah, sheet metal, stone, log, and of course we had twig. So far we've had twig, log, and stone accepted. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if that does get accepted. And I guess in the future we'll have to await armored. So yeah, interesting. Now, will this have an impact on those other doors? I don't know, it's awkward. So here we go. Let's go take a look at this. Here we are. This sold 44,000. Yeah. Now on SCMM, it's referred to as the resource collection. And yeah, this had 34,000 sales, struggling now because it had far too many sales. This is a wooden door. You know, how likely are you going to want to use a wooden door? However, it does have see-through, so it does have that nice, interesting gimmick. But yeah. Then we got the log door. Didn't sell as much. Clearly not as much, but still it's suffering. But then we have the stone door. Now, I probably should bring this up. I did make a video recently, manipulation, rust skin, false fear of missing out. I'm led to believe there was a group of people that have been trying to boost and make the stone door appear more valuable than what it actually is. They're desperately trying to keep the price up. Back then when I made this video, literally on the day that it became marketable, the price was around $8. But someone kept buying out all of the stock. That's what we were seeing. Since then, it's gone down to about $3, $4-ish. Still, there's people trying to buy them all out, but with so many that were bought, 44,000 plus, that's a ridiculous amount, especially during these current times. I don't know if that's going to hold its value. But if we do see the sheet metal door, would that be accepted? Would that be beneficial for this? I'll be honest with you, I don't think so. It's a loose continuation of a collection. It's a loose collection is what I meant to say, actually. Sorry, my apologies. It's a loose collection. So there is clearly a theme that's going across with all of that. But if that were to be accepted, would all of those other doors that we showed off go up in price and increase in value? Probably not, no. It was just a nice little thing to bring up. Freddy, you've been very successful so far. Let's see what happens next. As I said, it's probably going to be the armoured door. But what does he do next with that? Because you've been making twig stuff recently. Are we going to start seeing log stuff? Are we going to start seeing stone stuff? Are we going to start seeing sheet metal stuff? I wonder. Right, then we've got 2 variations of a sheet metal double door made by Ice Mile. Spring Bloom sheet metal door glass, and then sheet metal double door metal. You know what? Out of curiosity, I just want to see what the difference is between the two of them. So one of them looks as if it's made out of glass, I guess, and then the other one's just... Okay, that's cool. Right, just want to get a good quick look at that. So, very nice. Awesome. So, it's a grenade. Grenade skin. Wait, what? Grenade skin? When was the last one of those to be accepted? Let's go take a look. Grenade. I believe it's 2017. It is 2017. Wow, yeah, it's been a long time, hasn't it? So, yeah, don't get many of those skins, do we? And because of that, they are all fairly expensive. Cheapest one being $6. So, here's the thing. Why would you want to skin a grenade if it's just going to blow up in a bit? Like, you chuck it and it's gone. Like, yeah. That's, yeah, if we were to see that being accepted... How many of them would sell? Well, simply because of the sheer lack of current ones available and the fact that they aren't really affordable, I probably wouldn't be surprised if it did sell a lot. So that's just a nice little thing to bring up. At the very least, 25,000 sales is what I reckon. Yeah, it's a grenade, but it's made out of gold. But yeah, if that were to be accepted. There's been many instances of grenade submissions over the past year. A lot of interesting looking themed ones. Here's an idea for you skin creators. Where's the Easter egg grenade? Easter's just around the corner. Where's the Easter egg grenade? Right, you can make a Rusty Shay one. Rusty Shay egg. There you go. Right, anyway, let's just move on. Now we have Sector charges. Last week we had a bit of a talk, you know. We had the Rusty Cola one, didn't we? Now we've got the Duracell battery knockoff. At the very least with this one, I think that one's got more leniency. Most batteries usually are this colour scheme, so yeah. Okay, Q-Cell. Let's see if that's going to be allowed. Then we've got Snake Eyes with his satchel phone. This is in the shape of a phone. Pretty cool. Old style phone with the little dial spin thing. I don't know what you call them. Right, then we've got Bottle Caps Rock with the giant ruby rock. So that's made by Wirecat and Debski. Got Time produced some bone tools. So we've got Bone Club and Bone Knife. Crab Claw, Axe and Pickaxe, Stone Tools here. So Fresh has produced these before, but now he's made a version 2. Let's see if that gets accepted. But he does have competition. He has El Diablo to compete with. Mr. Eros, these past few months has been very successful with his acceptances. He's had quite a lot with Cybercode. He's had quite a lot with El Diablo. Could we see a good run return with the likes of El Diablo getting Stone Tools being accepted? I reckon there's a half-decent chance that could happen. Pretty cool. And then we'll go take a look and see his... so we've had 1, 2... Let's not accept these 2. Let's just move with these. So out of 5, he's had 3 skins accepted. It's a pretty decent chance for these 2 then, isn't it? And I'll tell you what was the last Stone Tools to be accepted? Christmas time. It's been a good... Well, it's been like 9 weeks, so fairly decent chance. Let's see if that gets accepted. Remember, if you like any of the skins that we've shown so far, please consider go into the description right now, see the link for this collection, go to it, click it, go through all these skins yourself, vote for them, vote for the ones you like, vote for the ones you don't like. Go to the actual pages, offer a comment or 2, say you like it, say you think maybe it could have a little change here and there, maybe instead of that colour, change it to that colour. You have a nice, useful, helpful opinion, I'm sure, so by all means, go do it. So, yeah, awesome. Then we got Vincitor producing Dismember Tools. Sounds nice. Antonio has produced a Silver Future Jackhammer. Don't get many Jackhammer skins being accepted. In fact, I think we have like 6 marketable ones. Let's just quickly go find that out. 6 Jackhammers. The last one was Christmas. Yep, there you go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 marketable ones and then 2 Twitch drops. Awesome. So, the most recent one was a very fun gimmick for Christmas time, but it did not hold up its value. Yeah, unfortunate. Then we have the return of the manufactured collection. Mr. Kua, I've made this joke already and I'm going to make it again. Why have you made an ice cream sandwich on a stick? It's okay, he made a version 2. Remember what I said earlier, variations. This just simply has a slight change in the colour scheme. That's allowed for a variation, an alternate, a version 2 in the same week as the original skin. So that's allowed. That's allowed. Do you remember not too long ago when we had the pizza collection, and the pizza collection had a face mask with the face? Actually, no, it's this week. I'll show you. So, workshop, and then we'll go over to here. And do you remember that there was one with a face and one without a face? What was the one that accepted? The one without a face. This is allowed. It's just a slight change in terms of the texture. So it was a variation, and then the variation got accepted. So yeah, cool. So yeah, you get the idea. So manufactured collection. Let's go see that. Manufactured. Come on. Manufactured wooden door. Wait, is that it? I swear we had more than that. No, that's the only skin that was accepted. Mr. Kua, I know you produced more than that. You made like a table and a chair and everything, and unfortunately, they weren't accepted, were they? You really did try. But hey, if we were to see your ice cream sandwich, sorry, but if we do see your hammer being accepted, it would be a very nice thing to see. But there's a second reason for that. Hammer skins. Here's a little question for you. When was the last hammer skin to be accepted? Marketable one. A year ago. March 2022. We have not had a marketable hammer skin in over a year almost. I believe it was the very beginning, the very, very, very beginning of March. And we are a few days past the 3rd of March, so yeah. It's been over a year since we've last had a marketable hammer skin. Now, yeah, we did have Twitch drops, but we care about those marketable ones. So if a new hammer were to be accepted, well, I'm looking at all of these and I see only one of them below their rust ore price. So if we do see another hammer, maybe it could be a nice investment. Anyway, elegance hunting bow, flower shot crossbow, we are from hell. Didn't we have crossbow from hell last year? Then we got the construction site crossbow. In fact, I'll give this a quick look because the design of it in reference to cranes and whatnot, that's a cool design there, Dark Schneider. I'll give that to you. I like that. Personally, I like it. So 3D plastic crossbow. Scropin recently had some 3D plastic tools, stone tools. Well, now he's made a 3D plastic crossbow. And now we have the continuation of the leopard collection. We have leopard crossbow. So you might not remember, but early this year we had the leopard hunting bow being accepted. Then, of course, we had some interesting leopard clothing skins submitted, but they weren't accepted. But maybe, just maybe, we'll see leopard crossbow being accepted. If the hunting bow is accepted, surely the crossbow will be accepted. Well, maybe you can help them out. You could possibly offer a vote or two. Just go to the description right now. Click the collection link and off you go. It's up to you. All right. So I will just point this out. I know for a fact some of my skins are going to be in... Oh, I've just noticed. Yeah, the weapon skins aren't in a good order. So I will have to clean this up. Again, my apologies. So what happened was, and I don't know why this happened, I put this all in order. I was sure I saved it, but it didn't save. And yeah... I'm kind of rushing at the moment, so my apologies. I'll make sure I clean this all up before this video is uploaded, and then you can go through it yourself, and you get the idea. All good. So this is going to be a little bit of a mishmash, but yeah. If there's a skin continuation, I'll point it out, and then, yeah, we'll get the idea. So anyway, alarm semi-automatic, sap. Alarm sap, so pistol. Then we've got the Limit MP5 made by Jürgen Guster. Mr. Shino has produced the Immortal MP5. Mr. PYH has produced the First Strike MP5. Bad T Rip has produced the Nighthawk MP5. And then we have this Luna Thompson. So this past week, we literally just had the Luna AR being accepted. Very nice. Well, Mr. Y9J has gone ahead and produced a Lunar Thompson. Very nice, very interesting. So we've only had one Lunar skin accepted so far. Well, actually, only one submitted and accepted, that one. So if that were to be accepted, would it help out the AK? Well, much like what I said earlier with the likes of the Eco stuff, I don't think there's anything that can save an AK. But by default, a Thompson skin, oh, they're very nice investments. In fact, if you go look at all of the Thompson skins right now that exist, I believe all of them are still in the positive. Yeah, very reliable. It has very high gun demand, as in loads of people want to use it in-game. So therefore, with so many people wanting to use the Thompson in-game, Loads of people want to use a Thompson skin. Therefore, if everybody wants to use Thompson skins for the gun that they want to use, the Thompson, higher skin prices. So Thompson skins by default, very nice investments. Then we got the Survivor Thompson made by Novaron. Then we've got the UFO SMG. Yep, so let's just go take a real quick look at this. Yep, this is the continuation of the UFO Tier 3 that was accepted just recently. It's in the shape of like a little ray gun. Do you remember, maybe not like Fallout 3, I was about to say Fallout 3, but it's got, inspiration. Yep, little, the aliens running around with, little alien rays. So we haven't had a custom SMG accepted so far this year. Maybe that might get accepted. Let's see. Cool idea. That is actually a cool idea. So clearly with the alien stuff, sci-fi stuff is allowed to be accepted. And the Abyss Garage Door. So a ray gun? Sure, why not? Yep, so we talked about MP5s here, but now we're going back to it. Again, my apologies. It's all a bit of a mishmash, but conveniently, these aren't continuations of collections. So, yeah, the painted black MP5 made by Pokerface. Then Morpheus has produced a Golden Wasp MP5. The White Tiger Thompson made by Chillag. Chillag's been producing a lot of interesting deployables recently, but now he's made a Thompson skin. Maybe that's worth a nice little look at. Again, yep, now we've got a pistol. Sorry about that. But yep, water gun set made by Weird Cheesy Cheetos. Let me just verify I said sorry because this isn't nicely in order. I feel bad. I'm very sorry about that. Just want to say it once more. Kelmo Legend came up. Do I want to make the joke? Is it me? Oh, I'm going to make the joke. So, Kelmo Legend made the Inchlin double barrel shotgun. Get a quick look at that. Now, if you're from America, it's probably going to cost 5 times as much. I'm very sorry. Okay, let's now move on. Banger pump shotgun. Yes, Banger collection continues with a pump shotgun. Very interesting. So, recently, where are we? Wait, if I click that, does that take me to the whole collection? Yes, it does. Banger collection has been doing very nicely recently. We've had a lot of acceptances. So, a pump shotgun? Why not? I look forward to it. We don't see many pump shotgun skins being accepted, even though last year it definitely got pushed ahead it got that nice bump up in the meta, mainly because of the adjustments to the ammo. But then again, there was another adjustment to the ammo, so yeah. We only got one pump shotgun accepted last year. We had the likes of 13 double barrel shotgun skins being accepted last year. So, a new pump shotgun, probably not a bad idea. If that were to be accepted, would it cause all of the other banger stuff to go up in price? I don't think so. How are the other banger things doing at the moment? Let's go take a look. Banger collection. Come on, SCMM. Here we go. Banger collection is like that. So, the Thompson's doing good. It's a Thompson. Then we got the MP5, the SAP, the SAR, and the AK. So yeah, yeah. If a pump shotgun were to be accepted, would it save the likes of the AK, the SAP, and the MP5? Not really. No, I don't think that would happen. Not something I would expect. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Yeah, weapons collections don't really get that much of a change when a new weapon's accepted. It's just a routine. It's a thing I'm aware of. So yeah. Right, now we're on to Pythons. So, well, some Pythons. L4FER has produced the Suprematism. Then we have the Toxic Waste Python made by To The Sunset. Now we have a SAR. We have 3 SARs here. We have the Spearhead SAR made by Epic. Semi-automatic rifle pipe made by Xenon. And this is actually a continuation of the Lost Soul collection. Algorithm returns to Lost Soul. We've had Lost Soul large box. We've had Lost Soul, was it an AK? It was a small AK, stockless, wasn't it? We've had quite a lot of skins submitted, but only 2 were accepted. We had the AK, we had the large box, but all of these other skins weren't accepted. But Algorithm thought, you know what? Couldn't hurt. Let's go make a version 2 of the SAR. Maybe we'll see some more version 2 skins potentially being submitted. Maybe that SAR might be accepted. We shall see. Do you like the design? Do you like the Lost Soul collection? Please consider going to the description, clicking the collection link, go to the page itself, scroll down to this and vote yes or no if you like it or not. Maybe go to the page itself, go to the comments and offer a nice comment or 2. Maybe offer a feedback change or something. You get the idea. Right. Now we have Butchery LR300. Then we have the Line Art Yellow LR300. Then we have a revolver here made by Redrex, the Roots of Cinder. He made a Roots of Cinder skin last week. Looks like he's trying to turn that into a collection. Very nice. Interesting. And then we've got the Deep in the Jungle AK-47. Yep, we've got a lovely batch of AK-47s to go through. So Kavahu has produced the Deep in the Jungle AK-47. 9K has produced the Heat Sink AK-47. Now, Odyssey, he recently had his Elite Crate stuff accepted. But this week, taking a break from it, he's made the Diamond King Blackjack AR, so the AK. Now we've got the Steam Rifle AK made by Mad Polly X Inferno. Multicolor AR made by GBG. Informality AR made by Ronnie39s. Remember, let me just reiterate, AR is Assault Rifle, aka AK-47. I should have said AKA. That just made things confusing. The AR and AK-47 are the same gun. You get the idea. Awesome. Mr. Shedmon returns to the Phantom Collection. Yes, you might not remember this, but Phantom Collection came out like 2-3 years ago. Let's just go take a look. Yep, we had the Phantom Python, the Phantom Revolver, the Phantom AK, the Phantom LR300, the Phantom MP5, the Phantom Knife, the Phantom Bow. We had a lot of Phantom skins. In fact, go take a look. They're all there. It's so nice. I remember not too long ago, I think it was Complete the Sets, we randomly had the Phantom mask and chestplate, face mask and chestplate being accepted, and yeah, that did very nicely, didn't it? So yeah, quite a lot of other skins were submitted and weren't accepted. We have some previous versions of designs for skins, and then some got changed, some got version 2, so you get the idea. So all of these already exist. There's so many of them, I don't think a bolt action rifle would really make that much of a difference. Let's go take a look at the Phantom Collection. Wow, that's a lot of skins. 17 to be precise. But yeah, bolt action rifle, don't think it's going to cause any of these to really make that much of a difference. It wouldn't really have like that much of an impact on the prices of these skins. But a bolt action rifle, wow, we haven't had one of them accepted since the Toxic Wolf bolt action rifle since August 2021. Oh, let's go find out. Toxic Wolf, am I correct? Toxic Wolf bolt, is it going to be bar or bolt? Could be bar, B-A-R. But no. Oh, come on. Let's just go this way. Right, this was... No! It wasn't accepted. It was... I'm an idiot. This isn't the first time. This... you know what? I'm just going to type it in. Bolt action rifle. Bolt action... Why do I keep thinking there was a Toxic Wolf one that was accepted? It was Poseidon. I'm very sorry about that. I'm very sorry. And no, it was the 24th of June. Wow, it's been a long time. 24th of June in 2021. It's been that long. And for some reason, I just keep remembering the Toxic Wolf. Toxic Wolf. Why do I keep remembering Toxic Wolf? I don't know. I really don't know. But hey, don't see many of these, do we? So that might be an interesting thing. So, by itself, bolt action rifle skin might work out very nicely. Let's see if that gets anywhere, Mr. Shedmon. Gentlemen, if you want to see another bolt action rifle being accepted after such a long time not having one, maybe consider voting yes or no. Maybe consider offering a comment or two. Now we're on to the Catalus L96 made by Arietta. And then we have another continuation here. We have the Copper L96. So last week we had the AK-47 being submitted. Well, Mr. Duck's gone ahead and produced with a very cool image here. I'll just show you that right there. I like what he did with the blur, how it's just holding out. Cool looking picture design there. So yeah, we've gone through this already. Copper Collection had all of the core pieces, all of the core pieces accepted. So that means the Tier 2, the hoodie and the pants, and the Tier 3, but no weapons yet. The AK-47 is in contention with the TGG's top picks list this week, so maybe the AK might potentially be accepted in March 2023. Let's see. And then maybe we could see the likes of the Copper L96. Now, with those weapons potentially being accepted, would that cause the armour to go up in price? Maybe. It's no guarantee. Usually, armour and clothing would cause weapons to go up in price. I don't know. Maybe the cool designs that we've seen from them would make people want to use the Copper Collection a lot more. Maybe. let's now move on, because we have Diaz's M249 kilocalories. It's got, like, what's that, a taco, you've got nachos and a burger there and whatnot, fries on the side. Whoa, God, that'll kill you, that will. It's too much fast food. And then we have Abomination, a rocket launcher made by City. So that's all of the weapons. Now let's move on to clothing and armour. Mr. Bingo has produced the Elite Soldier Riot Helmet. Haven't seen many Riot Helmets being accepted. I believe the last one to be accepted... Road Romeo? Road Romeo? Oh, surely. Yeah, 2020. It's been 3 years. 3 years since the last one. I guess this is simply because Face Punch probably thinks they just don't get used enough to justify having a skin accepted. But it would be nice to see another one accepted, surely. It would be nice to see. Yeah, if that were to be accepted, would it sell a lot? Probably. We don't see any of them ever being accepted. A lot of people might jump onto it. Maybe hardly any of them will sell. Maybe there'll be a reason why it doesn't get many skins. So, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Now, Igor and Vlek, because I will point this out, they do work with each other. Vlek has had all of the other skins accepted. He was the primary, but now Igor is the primary for Forest Raiders burlap stuff. I don't know why this happened. Just wanted to point that out. So, yep, Forest Raiders leather gloves and burlap shoes. Very nice. And I will bring this up. We've already shown these skins off. Yes, we have. In our shorts, yep, over here, me and Mr. Micro, we had the green camo check, Elite Crate Set, and Forest Raiders. Yes. So go give this a watch, because we literally... Shut up. Don't talk. We showed off how the Elite Crate Set looks in the green, grassy, bushy areas, and then we also showed off the Forest Raiders burlap stuff. So 30 seconds in, you can then see the Forest Raiders stuff. So I don't want to dwell on this for too long. Let's go back. So yep, that's nice and available to you. Okay, so back over to here. What I'm saying is basically you can already see what the burlap stuff looks like without the hands, the gloves and the shoes, the burlap shoes. If that were to be accepted, because yes, the burlap stuff that was submitted last week is now in contention in the top picks list this week. If that is to be accepted, there's a very strong chance you might see these potentially being accepted. But if you want to go see what that looks like in game, me and Mr. Micro did a video showcasing it in that short video right there. So yeah, just directing you to that if you want to. Cool. So, yeah, Forest Raiders. Yeah, I was about to say, why did I show that? It's not a continuation. It is a continuation, because Forest Raiders is ridiculous. Forest Raiders is very expensive. Raiders, yes. So, this has gone back up in price? Really? Wow. Okay, interesting. It reached a peak of just over $40 earlier this year, back in January. Looks like it's reaching back up to it. Forest Raiders is getting quite expensive, and I honestly think by default, these had 30,000 sales each, right? Yeah, and they're still expensive. If the burlap stuff does get accepted, thinking might just go ahead and just buy a bunch of them, because regardless, they'll go up in price as time goes on in the future. Long term, don't matter. Yeah, just a nice thing to say, I guess. So Skullkiller leather gloves wouldn't really make that much of a difference, because Skullkiller, there we go. Yep, we've already got all the core pieces, we've got many weapons. Yeah, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. We've already got roadside gloves. Why are you making leather gloves? Hey, why not leather gloves? Let's go show this off. Leather gloves. The last skin to be accepted for leather gloves was Fish, wasn't it? Fish, 2021. It's been some time. They used to be fairly regular, but roadside gloves kind of made it obsolete. Also, they used to be blue, and then they got changed to green. I think this is the only item that had its skins change a colour. Just a nice little thing to bring up to you. But yeah, last skin to be accepted 2 years ago. So, maybe it might happen, maybe it won't. You can go to the description right now, you can click the collection link, and you can go ahead and vote yes or no yourself, along with all of the other skins that we've seen. What's your opinion? Go show it. Right, then we got Curvature, hoodie and pants, no glow. Made by Lysane. Then 1SQ has produced the Topo hoodie and pants. Confusion has produced the Astroneer hoodie and pants, nice bright and white. And talking about nice bright and white, Comics Tier 2 has been submitted. And remember what I said about alts. Mr. Legacy has produced one without and one with a silly little face. So, which one's your preference? It's up to you. Let's go show off Comics Collection. Because if we do see that Tier 2 being accepted, it will definitely give a nice boost to the already existing clothing and armor skins. So they're holding up okay at the moment. These two were around $3. There is a stupidly high amount that were bought, but yep, still they're holding up reasonably okay. Because technically speaking, we're still holding out for Tier 3 armor. It wasn't accepted this previous week. Pizza stuff was picked over it, to my surprise. But it could still happen. But if Tier 2 is accepted instead, doesn't matter. It was still, all of these still would bump up. The spike in demand would happen. The price would spike as well. So yeah, when a new core piece is accepted, the pre-existing core pieces would go up in price. The gloves and the boots would go up in price as well. The demand would jump up. So yeah, everything would line up very nicely. So Tier 2, will it happen? We shall see. And then we have Frog Cosplay. Yes, Frog Cosplay. We saw that beginning of December. Yeah, 8th of December. Yeah, hoodie and pants. Now, if you can remember, we thought this potentially might be very nice camouflage. No, it's not. It's too bright, far too bright. And this looks bright as well. So, in terms of a fun, silly little set, sure, I'm not against it. I'm sure a lot of people would like to dress up as a silly little frog. If this were to be accepted, would it cause that to jump up in price? I think it would. It's a core piece. Again, hoodie and pants, the pre-existing core piece, the clothing. If you see another new core piece being accepted, the pre-existing one would spike up demand and spike up in price. And we've already seen the speculative purchases. So Frog Cosplay wasn't doing too good recently. Someone bought out, was it pants? Let's just get a good look at the timeline. I think it's slowly starting to go up, but I did see pants on the front page earlier. Someone bought out like 30 of them. Let's just, oh, there you go, that's it. Someone bought out 30 of them because they thought, you know what, there's a pretty decent chance that might get accepted. I'm going to go buy 30 of these and see if I can make a nice flip, a nice profit. So, yeah, some people like to make speculative moves. Well, actually, technically speaking, because we can see this has been submitted to the workshop, it's now anticipation. I anticipate this being accepted. So, yeah. Let's see if that gets accepted, Mr. Emilio Frito. And then, lastly, Hashaki has produced Primeval chestplate and face mask. And, gentlemen, that is over 100 new skins that were submitted this week. I will link this collection in the description of the video. I will also fix up the guns. Again, my apologies. Awkwardness happened. Today hasn't been super great, so yeah. Now, there's one final thing that I want to show off, and that is, we've just shown you all the new skins. Here's how they're performing. Yes, we have this. All the new skins that have just been submitted, we can see how well they're performing. So we'll just do top 10. Sheet metal door at the top. Quite a lot of votes there, and it's got a very nice score. Abyss Furnace, yep, doing nicely. They've got Toolbox. People really like the design of it. The Comics Tier 2 stuff pretty much taking up all of that space there, so very solid. Then we have Supermarket Door holding up around here, and then we have Phantom Bolt Action Rifle here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means Mosaic Box Guns. So yeah, his name was Mr. Sad. He changed it. He has a 64% score. Now, this very likely will be changing a lot. These have only just appeared on the workshop. There's going to be a whole lot more people seeing these skins now. Of course, I've just shown you the video. So again, did you like any of those skins? Go ahead, show your support, vote for them, vote yes, vote no. There you go. That's all we've got to do. So yeah, that is the current standing for votes, downvotes, quantity faves, and overall score. That is like the top 30-ish, I believe. So not all of them, but you can see how well they're performing in terms of overall score. You get the idea. So very nice. Awesome. That went on for quite some time. Please don't forget to go ahead and look at that German guy's newest top picks list. Don't forget to take a look at his video as well. So yeah, we have seen the recent trend where all of the skins recently that have been accepted were all from a list like this. Will we see Forest Raiders? What about Low Poly, Sports, Blackfire, Hardsuit, Nightops? What about if we go over to some boxes? Would we actually see a Deployable collections actually get accepted? Maybe we won't. What about the Pineapple Pizza Target? Maybe, possibly. I like Toxic Wolf, that was a cool door. But Bulletproof Door was clearly the most favoured, the best scoring one. Because, we showed that off earlier, didn't we? Loads of interesting skins. But which one will potentially be accepted? We shall see. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. I'll catch you later.